Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newington High School Drama Club's production of Clue. Thank you. First, I want to start by welcoming you back into the theater, to live theater. We're so excited to have people back in the theater after 2 years of on again, off again, not being sure what we're going to be able to do. So we're really glad to have you back in our home and to have you part of our family. So thank you again for coming. So a couple things, a couple bits of housekeeping before we begin. First is, in case of an emergency, exits from the auditorium are here at the front of the house, at the back of the house, and then all the way in the back of the auditorium, there's another exit there. So hopefully we won't have to use them except to go out to the concession stands and to buy nice concessions for during intermission. Bathrooms are off on this side if you need them. Additionally, while I'm mentioning concessions, I want to take a second and quickly make a shout out to our Performing Arts Booster Club. So in your programs, if you have a paper program, you'll notice there's an insert there. That insert there is information about what the Performing Arts Boosters are and how you can be a part of them and help them do the tremendously great work that they do for us here at Newington High School in all our performing arts, whether it's the drama club and musical or the marching band or the chamber choir. They are constantly able to support our program here in ways that we can't within our regular budgetary constraints. So please feel if you can support our boosters. And then last but not least, a couple of housekeeping items. No flash photography during the show. It's for the safety of the actors. And also, please silence any cell phones that you may have or pagers. Okay. So without any further ado, let's figure out who done it. McCarthy's streaking denunciations and fear-mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country, raising the question in households across the nation, who are the un-American Americans amongst us?
Any man who has been named by either a senator of the committee or a congressman is dangerous to the welfare of this nation.
President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, Eisenhower explains, as for McCarthy, only a short-sighted or completely inexperienced individual would urge the use of the office of the presidency to give an opponent the publicity he so avidly desires. Time and time again, without apology or evasion, I and many members of this administration have stood for the right of the individual for free expression of convictions, even though those convictions might be unpopular, and for uncensored use of our libraries, except as dictated by common decency.
Yvette.
Ah! Monsieur, I didn't hear you come in. You frightened me half to death.
Well, I wouldn't want to do that. There are so many better ways to die. Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook!
Yes, sir.
Everything on schedule?
Dinner will be ready at 7:30. Sharp.
Ah, right on time. You have your instructions?
Oui.
Very well, then. Let the game begin. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm not sure if I'm in the right...
Yes, indeed you are expected, Colonel.
How did you know my name is...
It is Colonel Mustard.
No.
Isn't it?
No, that's not my name. My name's Colonel...
I believe it's been recommended that tonight you use a pseudonym.
Oh, no, thank you. I took an antihistamine before I got here.
May I take your hat?
Oh, all right. I suppose I don't really need it.
Oh, Not to worry, Colonel. It's merely the maid in the hall with the champagne cork.
Champagne?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
This way, monsieur.
Thank you. Are you expecting someone else?
Oh, yes. I'll be with you in a moment.
Follow me, Colonel.
With pleasure, my dear.
Do come in, madam. You are expected.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you are a socialite to be known this evening as Mrs. White.
Yes. It said so in my letter. But why?
Mrs. White, may I introduce you? This is the maid, Yvette. I see you two know each other.
We've never met.
Champagne?
I think not.
Please warm yourself in the lounge.
Why? Do I look cold?
A bit.
Oh. Hello.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone. More?
Oh, yes.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in from Touraine.
Mrs. Peacock, I presume.
Who? Oh, yes, that's me.
Cook, will you please take Mrs. Peacock's stole? I see you two know each other.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never seen this woman before in my life.
Champagne?
Oh, my lips belong to the Lord.
Please make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. Oh, and for your hospitality. And there's a couple of Benjamins and none of the caramels for you, butler.
How sticky.
I expect to be treated like the wife of a...
Hold that thought.
Oh, would you look at the detail of this molding? You know, this is quite a magnificent mansion, isn't it? Ah! Who are you?
Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Hello. Is this the right address to meet Mr. Body?
Sit!
No, not you, sir.
Sorry.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that's exactly who I am.
May I take your hat?
Oh, yes, of course. Whoa, this isn't at all what I expected.
I find if you expect nothing, you're never disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed.
Pardon me.
Please arrive at 7:30 sharp on Saturday evening. Well, here I am,
Professor Plum.
if you say so.
Well. And I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, welcome. I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
We're not. The bridge is washed out from the rain. My car broke down, and this professor offered to give me a ride.
I'm hoping she returns the favor one day.
Subtle. I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
How was the drive?
It's a long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul. But then again, it's a very large house. Right this way.
Say, what is this godforsaken place anyway?
Oh, this old place. This is Body Manor. Cook,
Yes, sir?
dinner.
Directly.
Very well. Appetizers in the lounge.
Hors d'oeuvres. Good. I'm starving.
Oh, funny. I haven't much of an appetite at all, really.
My, this really is a party.
Well, greetings all. It's a pleasure for you to see me. Ooh, cocktail hour.
There's so many of you. I didn't realize
Right then, you're all here. Colonel Mustard,
Present.
Mrs. White,
Yes.
Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum,
Right.
Mr. Green,
That's me.
Mrs. Peacock.
How do you do?
Greetings. I am Wadsworth, the butler. Tonight, as you may have surmised, no one is being addressed by their real names, a courtesy your hostess provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest that you do the same and refrain from revealing too much about yourselves this evening. You never know when. Dinner.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit clumsy, I suppose.
Dinner? That was more like a cocktail minute.
Mr. Wadsworth, you were saying you never know when. What?
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 We oughtn't keep cook waiting. She can get cranky. Dinner's in the dining room. Follow me. You'll find your names at your places. Please be seated.
Do you see my name?
Okay, I think you're a little further down.
Where do I sit?
This isn't your seat?
Mr. Green, right here.
Oh,
name is-
thank you.
Oh,
Miss Scarlet, I think you're over here next to me.
This looks like a fine seat.
That's
Oh,
not
Mrs.
yours.
Well,
Yeah,
your name will be in front of the seat?
yeah, I see
Your
over
name
there,
is in front of
actually.
the seat.
Yeah,
Mrs. White.
This one?
no, that's Miss Scarlet's seat. It's right there. Yeah.
That chair at the head of the table, is that for you?
Indeed, no, sir. I do not sit. I'm merely a humble butler.
What exactly do you do?
I buttle, sir.
Dinner is served.
Thank you, cook.
So, what's this all about, Butler, this dinner party?
Ours not to reason why, ours but to do and die.
Die?
Merely quoting, sir, from Alfred Lord Tennyson.
I prefer Kipling myself. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. Do you like Kipling, Colonel?
Sure, I'll eat anything. So, who's our host? Is that where he sits?
All in good time, sir.
What is that smell? It's something familiar.
Shark's fin soup.
My favorite.
I know. Bon appetit.
Oh, this is delicious, isn't it right there? This is really yummy. I'm good. Well, I guess I'll be the one to break the ice. I'll be the one to get the ball rolling. I'm used to being a hostess. It's an integral part of my life as the wife of a... Oh, I forgot. I'm not supposed to say who we really are. But that's okay. And I have no idea what we're all doing here, but I am very intrigued. And oh my, this soup is delicious, isn't it?
I know who you are.
You do?
Oh, I work in Washington too.
Washington. So you must be a politician's wife, Mrs. Peacock.
Well, yes, I am.
Who's your husband? Maybe I know him.
Well, he's Mrs. White. What does your husband do for a living?
Nothing.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day.
Oh, how lazy.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm a little accident prone.
That'll be $5, mister.
Sorry?
Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
Oh, I better not say really. I just like to follow the rules.
Well, if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, then we would all just be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes, no, why?
In my professional opinion, you may suffer from what we call pressure of speech.
Oh, is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine?
Do you practice?
Not anymore.
I think most men need a little practice.
I currently work for the government.
Ah, another politician.
Not exactly. I do research for you-know-who.
Who?
A branch of the United Nations Organization, the World Health Organization.
Ah, you know who. It's an acronym.
Oh, I had a sister who was an acrobat.
You are a real colonel, aren't you?
I am, sir.
Aren't you going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, D.C., Colonel?
How did you know that?
I've seen you before.
So, Miss Scarlet, does this mean that you live in Washington as well?
Sure do.
Does anyone here not live in Washington?
Oh, then is this about the Red Scare?
I'm not communist. I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, we've had about enough of this. Where's our host, and why have we been brought here? Well, I'm gonna go sit in the good chair. Professor Plum.
Hey, I've got an idea.
Ah, yes, good thinking, Miss Scarlet.
What are we doing?
The acoustic coupling between the door and the glass allows for sound waves to travel from one side to the other.
Yes, everyone has arrived as expected, sir. Everything is going according to plan. We'll meet you in the study.
I actually got my PhD in board at
Lovely,
Ford
George.
University. So I was just inspecting it all in good fun, really.
High texture. I
Really love it.
Right. You know, oh, for God's sake, Wadsworth, who was at the door? I demand to know what's going on.
Can I interest anyone in fruit or dessert?
No!
In that case, I suggest that we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy, at which point our newly arrived host will reveal his intentions, your letters will be explained, and the game will be afoot.
Coffee?
Oh.
Brandy?
Oh, no, I'm
thank
good,
you,
good. Thank you.
No, thanks, I don't drink.
That will be all of it.
Oui, monsieur.
Well, where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody is here. What is happening?
Cigarette? It'll calm your nerves.
I don't smoke.
For Wadsworth. Open after dinner. It's for you.
Right then. These instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
It seems the 6 of you have all received the same letter. It will be to your advantage to be present on this date, Because a certain Mr. Body will bring to end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability.
Oh,
That's
what
my
my letter
letter.
says as well.
It seems you all have one thing in common.
That bastard McCarthy. We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable time, all of you have been paying more than you can afford to someone who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please. I have never heard anything so ridiculous. I mean, who could blackmail me? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until you'd received your letters, you had no idea who was blackmailing you. By now, I'm sure even the least discerning amongst you must have realized that it was, in fact, Mr. Body himself.
His henchman for my brother that
Bastard! Scoundrel!
Who's this body fellow, you brutish butler?
Who Mr. Body is no concern of yours. Suffice it to say, he's a supporter of the House Un-American Activities Committee and has determined that your activities have been decidedly un-American.
Un-American?
My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you could spare us the humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
This ought to be good.
It says here that you are a professor of psychiatry, specializing in pathological lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But you can't practice anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What'd he do?
You know what male doctors aren't supposed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah?
Well, he did.
How awful. You know, someday there will be a reckoning for men like you.
I hope so.
Me too.
You're disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock?
Well, I just think that...
How then do you justify delivering bribes in return for Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing wrong about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, perhaps. But if you slip cash under the stall at Old Ebbett's Grill, how would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
Oh, how would you know? When were you in that men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
Yet you've been paying blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers. Seems a little sticky, no?
Now, see here.
Look, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed.
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right, but I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
And what did you do?
I run my own business.
That's not a crime.
You didn't ask what kind of business I run.
All right, what kind of business do you run?
I provide gentlemen with the company of a young lady for a certain period of time.
An escort service? In Washington?
Scurlies.
I'm sure some people are just a little lonely.
A man who needs to pay to spend time with a woman? That's a problem I'll never have.
So, is this how you knew Colonel Mustard lives in Washington? Wait, is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was kind of asking Miss Scarlett.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Ha! So it is true.
A double negative!
But double negative? You mean you have photographs?
That sounds like a confession to me. In fact, the double negative has led to a proof positive. I'm afraid you gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, sir.
That's right! Butler.
It seems you hold a sensitive security post at the Pentagon, Colonel. Those negatives would most certainly compromise your position.
And what position was it exactly that you were caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage!
Let's see. Who's next? Mrs. White. You've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
That's why he was lying on his back all day. He was dead.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why did you pay the blackmail?
I didn't want another scandal.
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant that he'd threatened in public to kill her.
Oh, it was all over the papers.
And yet, he was the one who died. Not you, Mrs. White. Not you.
He was found dead at home. He had been unclothed. His head had been chopped off, and so had his. You know. But it wasn't me. I'd been all evening at the movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story.
And yet, he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I already know what you're gonna say about me.
Now what's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked who is a homosexual, and I said not me.
Yes, thank you, Colonel. But there's more to it than that, Mr. Green.
How do you mean?
There's evidence to support the question of your politics.
By politics? Since when is being part of the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, yet neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election. That's grounds for an ousting if there ever was one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has its price, Mr. Green.
So there you have it.
Have what?
A crooked senator's wife, a lascivious doctor, a disloyal Republican, and so forth. Not exactly adhering to an all-American standard of behavior, are we?
Depends on who you ask.
But if this body fella is such a noble civilian himself, why didn't he report us to the authorities?
And give up the opportunity to make a buck? Come now, Professor, what's more American than that?
Apple pie.
All right, Wadsworth. So we're being blackmailed by a renegade McCarthyist. Where does that leave us?
Yeah, where's this Mr. Body?
And what does he want from us?
Who cares? I am not waiting here to find out. I have done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator. You cannot tell me what to do. Locked?
Indeed. The doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out.
What? You horny bastard! This is good
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your host for the evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
How do you do?
Congressman.
Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Thank you. I've studied martial arts.
There's one more piece of information you might like to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
Unless what? You agree to double down.
And why would we agree to something like that?
Because if you don't, I'll put this briefcase containing all the evidence necessary to expose your wrongdoings in the hands of the police, the press, and the House Un-American Activities Committee. With the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. Some of you will face a lifetime of jail, and the others a lifetime of shame.
That's why you brought it here? How dare you!
Unless what? Well, there's something you could do for me. Something that would change the game. Something I couldn't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
okay if I just sit here? Sorry. Oh, accent prone.
What's this about, sir?
In this bag, there are 6 packages that I thought I guess might find useful this evening.
Packages.
Presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of fellow.
Are you?
Wadsworth, will you please see to it that each guest receives a gift?
Gladly.
Guess as to what's in your boxes.
Perfume.
Candy.
A rare single malt Scotch whiskey.
Aren't guessing games fun? Please, open them.
A candlestick? What's this for?
A wrench?
A lead pipe?
A dagger.
A revolver.
Oh, no, it's a rope.
In your hands, you each hold a lethal weapon. You all came here tonight because you believe that the evidence against you was so terrible that you would do anything to keep it a secret. I'm here to put that theory to the test.
You are?
You see, Wadsworth here is the only one who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep him quiet.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That's not true!
He may look suave and charming,
Oh, thank you.
but he's really conniving and manipulative.
False!
If that's true, then why did he call the police?
You called the police?
Only because he instructed me to do so!
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police.
Get rid of?
Does he mean kill him?
In fact, if you can eliminate Mr. Wadsworth,
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets, but also all of mine, then I'll end your blackmail and be done with this terrible business once and for all.
You would never.
But why make us do it, Body? Why don't you do your dirty work yourself?
Yeah! Why should I when the 6 of you are so uniquely motivated and armed?
What a patriot.
After all I've done for you. Listen, he's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not a butler. I'm an indentured servant.
A familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. The police are on their way. Now's your chance. If you want me to end your blackmail and avoid finding yourselves on the front pages, one of you must kill Wadsworth now.
Oh, thank God.
Is he breathing?
Stand back! I'm a doctor. He's dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
So you shot him!
I didn't!
Well, if you didn't, then who did?
Someone took the gun from my hand, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot.
There's no gunshot wound.
He's right.
Look! There's a bullet lodged in the wall over here.
Eagle, I miss Scarlet.
Well, if the bullet's over there, then how did he die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something else must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't
You had the gun.
I was
Never.
trying
I
to...
need a drink! Oh, God.
Maybe Body was poisoned by the brandy.
Poison! Ah! Oh, my God! Lord, save me!
Okay,
Stop! Don't even touch it! Oh, God! Ow!
really?
her screaming.
Was the brandy poisoned? How should I know?
Guess we'll never know.
Well, unless she dies too.
The screams! They're coming from the billiard room! Who's in there? Who's screaming?
What?
Yvette?
We?
Yvette, are you all right?
No!
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive, you idiot! No thanks to you, Wadsworth. You've locked us up in this house with the murderer! So the murderer is here? Wait!
Where?
Where? Here. We're all looking at him. Or her.
What took you so long?
I am an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It's amazing I'm anywhere.
I heard you all in the study. One of you is the killer.
How did you hear us in Zay's study?
I was listening. I have a tape recorder in the billiard room connected to the study. Monsieur Body asked me to record your conversation.
Why would he ask you to do that?
For more evidence, of course. Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study. Now they are all recorded.
That snake! I've got to destroy them. Where are the tapes?
Who cares about the tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body!
But, Yvette, why were you screaming in there all by yourself? Because I was frightened. I also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Plus, one of you is the killer. Monsieur Body is dead.
We have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
No, I did not do it.
Well, one of you did. I would have killed him myself, but I didn't have access to a weapon.
Don't look at me. All I got was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
So, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
As far as I can tell, the cook's not here.
What a lovely kitchen. You know, this is very similar to the kitchen that me and my husband had in our first brownstone. It has such a homey feel to it, doesn't it? It's just lovely.
With a dagger in her back.
Someone must have killed her.
I didn't do it.
This makes two.
To what?
Murders.
I hate murders!
You better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Oh, me? What?
Who else would want to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if. No, there's only one admitted killer here. And it's not me. It's Mrs. Weiss.
I've admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine, other women's.
Yours.
5.
5?
Yes. Just the 5. Husbands should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, your husbands have been dropping like flies.
Flies where men are most vulnerable.
So, if you didn't do it, then who did? Who had the dagger?
It was Mrs. Peacock.
Well, yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study. Before I screamed, after I screamed, I can't remember. Any one of you could have picked it up.
I am not touching that dagger at all.
Well, then it must have been Mr. Green.
Somebody please help me.
Good Lord, let him up.
You really need to learn to speak up for yourself better, Mr. Green.
Oh my God.
I suggest we take the cook's body into the study.
Why?
For starters, when the police arrive, if they find this, we'll all be under suspicion and in custody for murder.
Murder?
And secondly, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy. Go.
The body's gone.
What are you all staring at?
Nobody! Mr. Body's body! It's gone!
Maybe he wasn't really dead.
He was.
We should have made sure.
Oh, how? By cutting his head off, I suppose?
That was uncalled for.
I thought I had.
So was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but somebody moved him.
Who would want to move him?
And why?
How should I know?
If he's not here, then where is he?
Oh, my. All this excitement. If you'll excuse me, is there a little girl's room anywhere?
Oui, madame.
No, I just want to powder my nose.
There's a toilet outside the billiard room.
Thank you.
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we do have the current issue of 2 dead bodies, 1 missing and 1 present, and the imminent arrival of the police.
The bridge is washed out. That should give us some extra time. But I don't want extra time. I want the police to arrive.
But if the police get here, the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that there's nobody else in this house?
No.
So there is someone else in this house.
Sorry. I meant no meaning yes.
No meaning yes?
Yes.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Don't look at me.
Wadsworth, is there someone else in this house, yes or no?
No.
No, there is or no, there isn't.
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion about whether or not we're the only people in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion or there isn't anyone else.
Either. Sorry, both.
Just give me a clear answer.
Certainly. What was the question?
Is there someone else in this house?
No!
That's what he says, but does he know?
Look, we got a murder on the loose, the missing dead body of Mr. Body, a cook with a dagger in her back, and all these easily accessible weapons. The revolver, the wrench, the candlestick, the rope, and where's the lead pipe? Oh! Oh, God! Save me, please! Help!
It's Mr. Body!
Attacking him! Oh my God, this is so bloody!
Stand back! Okay. He's dead!
That's what you said the last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Body, dead again.
I'm going to faint.
I'll catch you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Mrs. Peacock,
Yes.
where did this happen?
It was in the bathroom. Before I opened the door, and there he was. At first, I thought he was attacking me, but then I realized he'd just been left propped against the door frame, dead, just waiting to fall on somebody.
Who would do such a thing?
It takes a lot of guts to kill someone twice.
It's what we call overkill.
But why? What's the difference?
It makes a difference to him.
It makes the difference to us. We have to figure out who killed him, where, and with what.
It was probably the lead pipe.
10 points, Professor Plum.
What game are you playing, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game.
You. The lead pipe belonged to you.
Well, I dropped it on my way to the kitchen.
People don't just drop murder weapons.
Well, I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So any one of us could have picked it up.
Yes, but we have to figure out who. Who picks up the lead pipe? Who picks up the lead pipe and brutally murdered Mr. Body, leaving him dead and bloodied in the bathroom? Who?
Cool it, Butler. While you're over there losing your marbles, I'm trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence.
It's locked.
There must be a key.
Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to search Mr. Body's pockets for the key to the briefcase containing all of our crimes so that we may destroy it once and for all?
Why me?
Why not?
What? I don't want
Just do it!
Well, all right.
Where'd you get those?
I do not like germs.
Or fingerprints?
No, it's mostly just the germs I'm worried about. Okay. Why does it have to be so warm? Okay, got it.
Give me that! It's empty!
Empty? I knew it. Mr. Body was a liar, had the evidence in his briefcase. My foot.
Oh, we have to find that evidence.
And destroy it?
Evidence against us aside, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the cops are on their way.
Let's put them on the couch to make them look less dead.
Some party this is turning out to be.
Help me, Monsieur Green.
Well, all right. Excuse me.
Cadavers are heavier than they seem, aren't they?
I wouldn't know.
Right, me neither.
Great battlefield technique, Professor Plum. Never leave a man behind.
Upsy daisy.
Here, prop her up.
Well, aren't you all strong and virile?
There. Now they just look asleep.
What?
Forget about the bodies. What are we gonna do about all of these murder weapons?
I know. We'll put the weapons in the bag.
What good will that do?
Then we'll zip up the bag.
Neither is as good as zippers, aren't they, Wadsworth?
I know. We'll put the bag in the safe.
Great! Where's the safe?
In the hall.
I don't see a safe.
Is that an original trumbull, Mr. Wadsworth?
Those are quite valuable.
Now is not the time for art appreciation, Butler.
A hidden safe behind a portrait. How original.
There. Locked.
Voila.
What are you going to do with the key to the safe?
Oh, yes, the key.
I'll put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I'm not.
But what if you are?
I have an idea. We'll throw it outside.
Wait, at exterior.
But it's raining on exterior.
I'm not suggesting we go outside. I'm suggesting we stay inside and throw away the key.
But you'd have to open the door, wouldn't you?
I would.
But what if the killer is outside?
Well, better out than in.
Yes, we'd want to keep him outside, wouldn't we? If we open the door, we risk letting him back in.
But maybe if we open the door, we encourage the killer to go out.
I don't think that opening a door for one tiny second will make any sort of a difference.
But if we open up the door, throw away the key, and the killer catches it, then the killer would have the key. We're trying to confiscate.
We might be overthinking this. I'm going to throw away the key. Follow me. Oh my God! Now!
Was that the killer?
It didn't look like a killer.
Takes one to know one.
That was uncalled for.
Leave him to me. Interrogation is my specialty.
Maybe not.
do.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down. I was just wondering if I could use your phone.
Are you a killer?
What? No!
Oh, okay, right this way.
Thank you. Well, where is it?
Where's what? The body?
The phone? What body?
What? There's no body. There's nobody.
Oh, right. There's nobody in the study.
Oh, no! Sorry, that phone's been disconnected. There's one in the lounge, though. Right this way.
Alrighty then. Thank you.
All right. Our task is twofold. First, find the evidence, then find the murderer.
We have one suspect contained in the lounge. That leaves the rest of this place up for grabs. Who knows what's behind all these doors?
I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. We split up and search the house.
What, split up?
Right, we'll split up into pairs. That way none of us will be alone.
But if we split up into pairs, whichever one of us is paired with the killer might get killed.
But then we would know who the murderer is.
But then the other half of the pair would be dead.
This is war, Peacock. Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Any cook would tell you that.
But look at what happened to the cook. Oh, God.
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
None.
Well, I suppose you're right.
All right, troops. I'll split us up into pairs. Eeny, meeny, miny.
No! Mrs. White, you come with me. Professor Plum, you're with Mrs. Peacock. Yvette, you go with Mr. Green. And Miss Scarlet, you're with Eeny Meeny. Now leave no door unopened.
But what if one of us doesn't come back?
We'll remember you fondly. Now, we haven't had much time. We have to go now.
You go on in. I'll be right behind you.
That's why I'm nervous.
Why? It's just us. We're alone.
Exactly. No man in his right mind would ever be alone with you.
Fine. You go in there. I'll go there. You going in?
Yes, are you?
Yes.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 3.
Nothing in there.
Nothing in that one either.
Shall we check the ballroom?
After you.
You're right.
This is quite an impressive library.
How am I supposed to find anything if I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Civilized society is perpetually menaced with disintegration through this primary hostility of men towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me, Professor.
I take no credit, Mrs. Peacock. Freud, I think he's on to something.
Now is not the time for academic pursuits. We're supposed to be looking for the evidence.
It's a fruitless search, if you ask me. I mean, it's not like we're just gonna walk into a room and find the evidence plastered on a wall.
I suppose you're right.
Come on, let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll be excited by something in a bedroom.
I have not been excited by something in a bedroom for years.
I'm a little nervous. I'm at that big house on the hill, and I've been locked in the lounge. I didn't expect there'd be a whole group of people here, and I think they're having some sort of party. But the funny thing is, I think one of them is my customer. Yeah, my regular Tuesday night passenger.
Oh, there you are.
You'll never believe what I just found in the hallway. Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pipe.
Huh. What do you think that means?
I don't know. It just seems suspicious if you ask me.
I just did.
Honest to God, Colonel.
Hey, what room is this anyways?
Search me.
All right.
Hey! Get your mitts off of me. It's just an expression.
My apologies, Miss Scarlet. I struggle with nuance.
This is the last room we have left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still haven't found any evidence.
I think our time has been productive, nevertheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
You are a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I really enjoyed our time together. Oh, I hope after this expedition ends, we can remain friends. I mean, really. Murders aside, it's been a lovely group of people, all in all. I mean, I would like to hear when and how Mrs. White lost her veil in the billiard room, but...
You found Mrs. White's veil in the billiard room? Odd.
Odd?
Odd.
Ooh, a flower.
A secret door? A secret door leading to a secret passage? Fine.
Oh, ladies first.
How heroic.
Where are we now?
How should I know? The lights are off.
Well, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
You know, I'm just going to feel my way around.
Don't get any funny ideas, mister.
Okay. Oh, a table.
A telephone?
Oh, a chair.
A body?
A body?
Ah! Find the door!
Get us out of here!
Help, please!
Oh,
Help!
help! Someone get us out of here!
Help!
Help!
Please! There's a body! Help us!
Someone get us out of here!
Help!
Help! Help! Get us out!
Let us out! Let us out! We can't let you out. The door is locked.
You had the key, Wadsworth. You locked the motorist in here.
Oh, that's right. I did. I do. I don't. It's gone.
Gone? I have an idea. Please get us out of here. There's a murder.
There's no other option. I'm just gonna have to break down the door. Stand back. I'm a doctor.
Stand back. I'm a woman. What was that? Guys!
Someone please help me!
I will help you. I'm done shooting at you now. The door is open. You can come out now.
Why were you shooting at us?
To open the door.
But you could have killed
I
us!
said stand back.
Let's add finding the key to the lounge to our priority list.
Say, Frenchie, where'd you find that gun anyway?
See safe. It was unlocked.
Unlocked? Impossible. I had the key. I don't. It's gone.
Not to beat a dead horse, but again, I think it's really important.
I thought you said you'd throw away the key to the safe, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. We got distracted by the motorist at the door, and I forgot. One of you must have snatched the key from my pocket when we were searching the house.
So whoever took the key is the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of killer, there's a dead body in the lounge. The motorist is dead.
All right, which one of you two killed him?
Whoa. We found him together.
And he was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passageway in the conservatory.
A secret passageway? Who designed this place?
The Parker brothers.
I'll have a gun.
Don't worry. It's not the police.
It's the police!
Oh, I'm going to open the door.
No!
Well, it's the decent thing to do.
Open the door.
Now, let's think about this. Oh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, officer. You know, we've been expecting you.
You have?
We haven't?
I got a tip about an abandoned car outside the gates of this house. Did a motorist stop by for help by any chance?
No. Oh, yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. May I use your phone at any rate?
No. Oh, of course you may. There's a phone in the lounge.
Why, thank you.
Out of order.
Oh, of course. My mistake. You can use the phone in the study. Occupied.
There's a phone in the library. You can use right this way.
You're all acting rather peculiar.
That's because our chandelier, it fell. But don't worry. The maid will clean it up.
That's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and the study?
Lounging? Studying? Right this way.
Let me have a look.
No, thank you.
What?
What?
I said I'd like to take a look around, if you do not mind.
All right. I'll take you on the grand tour of Body Manor. Okay. This house was built in 1781 by the late, the great Lord Reginald Body.
We gotta get rid of him.
Lord Reginald Body was declared Lord Body when he discovered an antibody that would save everybody. Notice the mahogany floors. Did you know the Buccaneer John Escomling recorded the use of mahogany for making canoes? Can you canoe?
What?
Notice the
Hey,
brass
where did
doorknob.
everybody go?
Crafted specifically for Lord Body by his buddy in 1868.
Listen, mister, I don't care about your stupid dork knobs. I want to know what's going on around here. What are you hiding? What are you hiding in those two rooms?
Which two rooms?
The lounge and the study.
Oh, those two rooms. Oh, I thought
Yes.
you were talking. No, I'm not sure you want to do that, officer.
And why not?
It's all too shocking.
Life could be
Excuse me.
Life could
Welcome to the party, officer. Excuse me.
Life could
You are excused.
If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you
Pardon me.
love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart,
Good night,
hello,
officer.
hello again. Shaboom, and open with me again.
That wasn't all that shocking. They were just having a good time. Why didn't you tell me this was a party?
My apologies, sir.
May I please take a look in the lounge?
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We just got it. Oh.
Life could be a dream.
Excuse me.
Hi, officer. How do you do?
Life could be a dream. If I could take you up and
Are these men drunk?
Dead drunk.
tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream.
You want this?
I could never. The chief would kill me. Not on the job.
Oh, kill it if you do. Kill it if you don't.
What?
What?
Hey, you're not gonna drive like that, are you?
Oh no, we'll call him a car.
A long black car.
A limousine.
Have a lovely evening, officer.
Same to you. That wasn't all.
Listen, I can explain everything.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There's not?
No! This is America. And that was the pursuit of happiness. Yeah.
Oh.
Now, may I use your phone?
Oh, of course. Right this way.
Why, thank you.
Of course. All right. You can come out now. Great job, everyone.
That was exhilarating.
Impressive.
I really think he kind of quite good. Really nervous.
You did good too.
Now listen. I've locked him in the library.
How'd you do that? I thought you didn't have your keys.
I don't have my left pocket keys, but my right pocket keys are still intact. Now, we haven't had much time. The police are on their way.
But the police already came.
Well, not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
Precisely. We need to figure out who this murderer is, and it's getting rather dangerous. Now go!
Power outage. It must be the storm. Hello? Hello? Chief, yes, this is. Hello? Is this phone working?
Hello? Who turned out the lights? Hello? Oh, it's only you. You frightened me. I thought you were the killer.
Hello? Hello? Did somebody cut this line?
Did you find a clue? What is that in your end?
Hello? Oh, good, Chief, you can hear me. I found an abandoned car, then I wound up at an old mansion, and then the lights went out. I'm telling you, Chief, there's something funny going around here. Having some sort of party, I think. Oh, and you never believe who I just saw. No!
Yeah,
I can see.
Thank God.
Wonder what happened to the leak there.
Let there be light.
Do you guys hear that?
It sounds like a telephone's off the hook.
It's coming from the library.
Then that's where the killer must be.
This is it. I'm going in.
Aren't you afraid?
Of course.
Of what? A fate worse than death?
No, just death. Excuse me, cop. Do you need some assistance? A phone book, perhaps?
Hey, you listen here, copper. The butler asked you a question. Now hang up that telephone already, or I will.
I knew it! What did you see? What's happening? We should be safe here in the billiard room.
I don't feel safe. I can't relax.
How about a game of pool to pass the time?
Rack it up.
Was it you? Don't even think for a second it was me. It was you.
Oh. Three murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record.
Three murders. 6 altogether.
Mr. Body, the cook, the motorist, Yvette, the cop, now the singing telegram girl. But who is the murderer? Ain't that the million-dollar question?
Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. I think the best course of action is to retrace our steps. It all started like this. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barked. Ding dong, Colonel Mustard. Ding dong, Mrs. White, looking pale and tragic. Who noticed a vet? Mrs. Peacock. Who noticed the cook? Mr. Green. Sit! No, not you, sir. Professor Plum. And Miss Scarlet. And then dinner was served. Well, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room! Shark's fin soup. My yum, 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 my yum, yum, my favorite. Then, Mr. Body arrived and we all went to the study. Oh, God. Coffee, brandy. Then, Mr. Body arrived. How do you do? Then, he had me pass out packages. Oh, a snake! No, it's just a rope. Then, Mr. Body turned off the lights. Dead! But not really, though we didn't know that yet. Then, Mrs. Peacock drank his drink. Poison! Oh. Well, someone had to stop her screaming. Then, we heard to the billiard room.
Yes. Yeah. No. Wait. Go.
But Mrs. Peacock arrived late. I am an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. Then Mrs. White asked, is there anyone else in this house? To which we all replied, the cook!
Yes.
Who we found knifed in the back. Blood. Oh my God. Blood, guts, everywhere. I suggest that we take the cook's body into the study. Chop, chop, gentlemen. But Mr. Body's body was gone. Then Mrs. Peacock entered with Body on her body because Body had been bludgeoned in his bean.
You can't be serious!
Then the evidence. Empty. Then the unexpected motorist arrived. Are you a killer? And I locked him in the lounge. Dead! Then the unexpected cop arrived. You all are acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe? Dead! Then the maid got strangled in the billiard room. Dead! Which leaves us with da-da-da-da-da-da. I am the dead! And here we all are.
Bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing! Well,
Enough of this. I know who the murderer is.
You do?
I do.
all right, Miss Scarlett, we're listening. Who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor, and I found your stupid tobacco pipe while we were searching the house. When'd you drop it, huh? While scoping out your next victim? I bet that poor singing telegram girl was an old patient of yours, right?
I've never seen that girl before in my life! It wasn't me.
The gun is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Oh, well done, Wadsworth!
Thank you.
You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead!
That may be so, Professor Plum. But if we're alive, there's your man, officers. Thank you.
That's what I said.
Wait! That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
All right, Professor Plum, who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounge.
I found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist had been killed by a wrench to the head. And that wrench belongs to you.
That's a lie.
The wrench is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the wrench is the murderer.
Oh, well done, Wadsworth!
Thank you.
Oh, no.
There's your man, officers. Not a kernel of truth in him. Thank you.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty for your chief of police. Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It really happened like this.
All right, Professor. All right, Colonel Mustard, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. White in the billiard room with the rope.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room, and I saw the way you cringed when Yvette served you dinner tonight.
Yes, it's true. I knew Yvette. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her so much. The flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving breaths. But just because I hated her doesn't mean I killed her.
The rope is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies.
Oh, well done, Wadsworth! That's what I said.
No! It happened like this.
Miss White, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I saw your feather by the corpse.
The dagger is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets.
not done, Wadsworth. That's what I said. Yes, well, I'm saying it now.
Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick.
Wadsworth, you can't do this to me.
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. But it really happened like this. I know who the murderer is.
Who?
All of you, freeze! Nobody move. You're all killers.
You can't prove anything, Wadsworth.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
But how can you be Mr. Body if Mr. Body bled all over me?
It wasn't Mr. Body who was bleeding.
Well, if that wasn't Mr. Body, then who was he?
He was Wadsworth, my butler.
Well, what was your point dragging all this out?
Well, when you started murdering people, I decided to roll the dice. See if you'd self-implode, kill off my entire network of spies and informers, which you all did splendidly, might I add, generously leaving fingerprints on every doorknob, glass, and dead body. So now I have all of you on the hook for murder.
Murder?
Bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder, now that'll get expensive.
But why this whole charade?
The running around, the madness of retracing our steps.
It's all part of the game.
Game?
Well, yeah. I'm relaxed now, you see. Now that you killed everyone off, there's no one left to bear witness against me. I've gotten off scot-free.
But the police will be here any minute. You'll never get away with this.
What's so funny?
The police, they were never on their way.
No one ever called them.
Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, lock the cellar door, leave Body Manor one at a time, and forget any of this ever happened.
I can't just forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of blackmail just tripled.
Forgotten.
Now move!
Wait! There's enough of us. We can all rush him. He's got no more bullets left in that gun.
Oh, please, you think I'm gonna fall for that old trick?
It's not a trick. There's one shot at Mr. Body in the lounge, two at the chandelier, two at the study door, and one for the singing telegram girl.
That's not 6.
Yes, it is. 1 + 2 + 2 + 1.
No, there was only one that got the chandelier. That's 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Even if you were right, that would be 1 + 1 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Okay, fine. 1 + 2 + 1. Shut up! The point is, there's one bullet left in this gun, and anybody who moves is gonna get it.
So, just to clarify, you're just gonna keep blackmailing us and we're all just supposed to forget this all ever happened?
Of course. Why not?
Well, I'll tell you why not. Let it go, Miss FBI. The jig is up.
Or is it?
Oh, you missed me.
You're FBI?
Apparently, I am a den ringer for Green. He got a letter just like each of you, but he came to the bureau to ask us for help. I took his place tonight so we could have a sting operation.
Some sting? 6 people died on your watch.
Well, I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime. You know, theft, fraud, That's why I was so tickled when the real Mr. Wadsworth risked his neck to deliver a whole briefcase full of evidence last night.
You've had the evidence this whole time?
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Miss Scarlett's books, including client names and dates of services, proving she's one of DC's top madams, and also justifying why she killed the cop, who's listed here on her payroll.
Give me that.
Ooh, a love letter from Professor Plum.
That's private property!
That same telegram girl was actually the underage daughter of the head of the you-know-who would have come clean to Daddy, who would have cleaned out Professor Plum. So you killed her.
Now, listen here.
And these negatives, wait, and these, where did I put it? And these negatives, Colonel, you seem to be quite the regular at Miss Scarlett's little establishment. I bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if the Morris had to phone your general where she drives you on Tuesday nights.
I just wanted someone to talk with.
No!
Shark fin soup indeed, Mrs. Peacock. It's only a shame that your old cook couldn't keep her little mouth shut. If only she had blabbed about your briberies, maybe you would have killed her. Just before joining us outside the billiard room. Now we know what really took you so long.
What? Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
Oh, but this no arrest record for the cook will. And Mrs. White. Now, you weren't lying. You really did hate your bet.
The flames on the side of my
I get it. Flames on your face. Get it. Here is the container holding the fingerprints that were collected at the scene of your previous murder.
I didn't kill my husband.
Fingerprints, I'm sure the FBI will be able to match those found on the noose that was tied around your best neck.
I wore gloves.
Oh, you don't say. You mean these gloves? And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert.
Now, you didn't hate your bet at all, did you, Mr. Body?
What's it to you?
How do I put this? Illicit green card love affair is the icing on the cake of this whole FBI file. The FBI file on the entire Body family, in fact. You see, your butler, the real Wadsworth, has actually been feeding us information for months. Now, that's what I like to call a real American.
Now, he was British.
You know what I mean. I see why you want to kill him. Well, twice. Your shots missed him in the study, but he wisely played dead. And it wasn't until you caught him trying to escape that you plunged him to death with the lead pipe that I dropped him my way to the kitchen.
I mean, really, who drops a murder weapon?
What then, loser? Anyway, the Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations. But time after time again, they've always eluded the law. Well, until now, that is. Tonight, the Body's business has reached its dead end.
You leave my family out of this! Ow. Ow, yeah, ow. Shot in the chest. In the hall. Ow. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Ow. Oh, Larry. Oh, Larry. Really, Larry.
Sorry.
Second wind! If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Everybody, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Oh, Larry. Oh, how did we get here, Larry?
I wonder that every single minute.
Oh, Larry. Oh, Larry.
Yes, here I go. I'm gone.
He's dead.
Not yet! Hold these. It's my big moment. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. Mama? Oh, Mama. Oh. Larry. Oh, Larry. Oh, Larry. So this is how it ends, Larry.
Are you done?
One last time. Yes. Here I go.
Well, this has been the most exciting night I've had in a very long time. And now you're all under arrest. Officers! Here are the criminals you've been looking for, and you'll find the recordings of the confessions we've been also patiently waiting for in the billiard room.
The tapes.
Well, it wasn't. I'm a nice guy. I wear glasses.
They all did it. But if you want to know what killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall with my gun.
That's what he said.
And that is how it really. Sorry. Trigger happy. Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife. Bye.